Wayward Comedy. Thank you all for coming out tonight. It's going to be a great show. I'm your host, Tomas Cabildo. I'm assuming that you probably wouldn't have thought of someone named Tomas Cabildo to be this white, but it's understandable. My last name has gotten me in a lot of trouble in high school because it's Cabildo, and I just want to ask you, what do you think that rhymes with? What do you think that rhymes with? Dildo? See? Thank you. Fuck you. Yeah, when in high school, everyone, I was called Cadildo a lot, which was really cool. It was fun. It was a good experience. The way it happened was kind of fucked up. The way how it all started was, it was actually over the intercom that I was sitting in class, and everyone was, it was a very quiet room. The intercom comes on, and all I heard was, "Could Tomas Cabildo please come to the office?" So obviously, I didn't get up right away. I kind of just stood there, and I was like, and then it went again, "Tomas Cabildo." Oh no. I was like, "You fucking bastards, you did this to me." Of course, I got up, and everybody started laughing, and so Cadildo was kind of the thing. But it is a cool name, because I'll make my dildo factory. It's going to be called Cabildo's Dildos. Thank you. It's going to be great. We're going to make seasonal dildos. One will be peppermint. It might be uncomfortable, but it'll be cool. It'll be like a nice little stocking stuffer. Joke, okay. So yeah, a little bit more about me. I've worked in the film industry for a long time, about 10 years so. My biggest call to fame is I worked on National Geographic, which I know, yes, it's very impressive, isn't it? It's not. I stared at prairie dogs for 6 months in a blind. And I don't know if you guys know about prairie dogs, but I'm assuming you guys all know where you see them. They're literally on the side of the fucking road, everywhere. But we were up in the Via Caldera for 6 months. I remember my producer, he asked me, "Hey, where's some more locations where we can find prairie dogs?" And I just did this. They're fucking everywhere, exactly. They're everywhere. There was a few interesting things that happened on that trip, on my excursion into the wilderness. We were watching this prairie dog, and he was about 100 yards away, right? And we had this long camera and everything. And it was just doing its prairie dog thing. Gets up, chirps, gets back down, does it again for 14 hours in a day. We were watching it, and then out of nowhere, it just exploded. Yeah, it exploded. So me and my camera guy, I looked at him and was like, "Oh shit, the prairie dogs are using guns now." No, that wasn't the case actually. It was a couple of rednecks who came up and liked shooting them. It's a good sport. They had AR fucking 15s. They were just going crazy at this shit. So, obviously we get out of our blind because they're starting to shoot close to us. We get out and we're like, "Hey man, you're shooting our cast. We need those guys." Yeah, it was a fun time. I've been in a lot of films. Not necessarily I've done, is anybody here done background or anything like that? Background actors? Why? Have you ever done background acting? So basically how it goes, if you're doing a background and it's just the people you see in the camera that walk back and forth, basically what they do is you get there on set, and they basically put you in a place that is a porta potty or is next to the porta potty. And so when you get there, we get there and I did it on Waco. Has anyone seen Waco? The show? No? Probably not. Well, that's the same. You didn't see me either because that was kind of how important I was to the story. I was a HRT FBI guy, and all they told me to do was look angry. I was like, well, that's pretty easy. I'm a very angry person to begin with, so it was just it was natural, very easy acting format for me. But yeah, no, we went there, and my biggest call to fame on that one was they called me Malibu, because they couldn't fucking remember my name. So that was pretty cool. It was a great experience to be a part of that. Background acting, if you guys have never done it, I do give it a shot if you want to feel worthless. Anyways, we're moving on from that one. So, you guys ready for a good show tonight? We got a bunch of comics, guys. It's gonna be super awesome. I'm going to start you off with our first guy right here. This man I've known for a long time. He's actually worked with me on some film sets. Please give a warm welcome for Mr. Evan Galpert, everyone.
Give it up for your host, Tomas Cabildo, ladies and gentlemen. So, should we start with this? Just take a look, just drink it all in, you know? I've been trying to grow my beard back, but it's not quite there yet, so I kind of look like an out-of-work Koopa Trooper from the early 90s Mario Brothers movie, you know? I kind of look like if Wooly Willy, you know, like you remember the toy, like if you just took all of the magnet dust and went, you know, just stuck it right there on my face. I look like, speaking of background actors, I kind of look like an extra from American History X. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to. It's an accident. What's funny about that is that I'm actually half Jewish. The bottom half, hey, this guy knows what I'm talking about, yeah. What I mean by that is that I have bad knees, and I have hairy feet, and I sometimes my hip acts up when the weather is mushuga, you know. I'm a catch, baby. That's why I got dumped on Valentine's Day. Just almost a month ago. I got dumped on Valentine's Day. Getting dumped on Valentine's Day is kind of like getting orphaned on Christmas, you know? Which is to say, like, it sucks any other day of the year, but that one day just kind of adds insult to injury, you know? But it happened. That girl actually texted me a little while ago, and I was thinking, oh, maybe is there still like a hope? No. She texted me and said that she had just had her physical, and she had tested positive for the clap. Wait for it. Anybody? Thank you! There we go. Tested positive for the clap. And she had only been with me, which means that I probably gave it to her and didn't even know I had it. So I guess we're even. No, but you know, after I found that out, I went through the arduous process of trying to actually find a clinic that could give me like a test and everything, and it was just such a pain in the ass. I waited on hold with one clinic for like 5 minutes. And every 30 seconds, there's a voice that says, do you want us to call you back? And I'm like, no, I want you to answer the fucking phone, you know? Like, but whatever, sure. Give me my number, they call me back. They call me back when I'm at the hardware store with my dog. And this is not one of those hardware stores where they ignore you. This is one of those hardware stores where you walk in and there's 9 people that are all like, can we help you? Can we help you not rob our store, please, you know? And, so I'm like in the hardware store with my dog. This lady's showing me around. We're looking at the wood, and I get this call from the clinic, and the receptionist from the clinic says, "So, what is it that you're calling about?" And I'm like, "I wanted to schedule an appointment for what? For an STI screening, I guess." And then she says, for what kind of STI? And at that point, I'm just like, fuck it, I don't care. This lady's probably had the clap too. It's everywhere, you know? So I just said it even louder than I'm talking now. I was like, I was with somebody who said that they had chlamydia and I should probably get tested, you know? And then she says, are you a patient here? And I said, no. And she said, oh, well then, dude, you're fucked. You know, like, I can't get you in until May, you fucking idiot. Why don't you just go to the fucking urgent care, you dumb dipshit? And then I said, you have been very helpful, but very rude. And then, you know, got myself some antibiotics and I'm back on the horse, baby. Everything's fine, I'm good, you know? It's all good. Now she's got a great story to tell her coworkers, you know, and everything's fine. I also, while I was in a relationship, I made the plan to get a vasectomy. And, you know, I'm just going to keep the fucking appointment at this point, honestly, because the other half of me is German and it wants to exterminate the Jewish half. No, I don't want kids. Fuck kids. Kids are expensive. So, you know, my body, my choice. But the thing is, it's bizarre how it's so easy for me to get a vasectomy, and if she had wanted to get her tubes tied, she would have, like at this point, literally needed an act of Congress, you know? Like she would have needed like a letter from her husband and her father and her priest, all saying that she's a witch and cannot bear children, otherwise they'd be the spawn of Satan, and that's why it's medically necessary for her to get her tubes tied. Not only was my vasectomy covered by my insurance as preventative, which is kind of a burn, you know, but I don't disagree. It was like the one that gave me the referral for my vasectomy was my psychiatrist, okay? My psychiatrist even tried to like sell me on the idea. He's like, I've got one, and I'm a doctor, you know? He's like, you're gonna love that new vasectomy smell on your balls, you know? You're gonna love that never gonna have a baby glow, you know? So there's that. So I don't have the clap anymore, but I do have depression, which they say isn't contagious, but I'm bumming some of you guys out, I can already tell, so I don't know. You know who actually has it really bad? Like, oh, this is the thing, like, depression is a mental illness, which isn't fun unless you say it like a British hip-hop rapper, right? You just go, oh, mate, this track is mental, it's mental illness, right? Yeah, that's straight mental illness, yeah, you know? Which brings me to the next point that, you know, who has it really bad is fucking sloths. What other animal was named after a sin that it doesn't believe in by some fucking dumb British explorer that came across the seas with the God-given right of Adam to name everything in the Garden of Eden? And he comes to some village and he goes, oi, do you see all the ladies in that village? They're all naked, right? What are they gonna do when it rains, oi? I mean, it's the fucking rainforest, ain't it? I bet they didn't even think about that. What they gonna do when it rains? Where's your peacoat? Then he sees some weird fucking creature in the trees just doing its thing, moving real slow, and he goes, oh, that thing's fucking lazy, isn't it? Look at that fucking lazy ass thing. Might as well call it a sloth, you know? Fucking lazy, isn't it? So I have depression. Sometimes I just call it like, it's like being tuned into a radio station and you can't change the channel. I call it tuning into K-Fuck Radio. You're tuning into K-Fuck Radio, bringing you the top 40 hits that make you want to dance yourself off a fucking cliff, you know? K-Fuck Radio! That's KFUC. K, deal with it because you don't have a choice. You're tuning into K-Fuck Extreme, bringing you all the top 40 ruminating thoughts that make you want to beat your head against the wall. Ah, you know. Or how about K-Fuck Starlight? K-Fuck Starlight, where you have all of your deepest fears and insecurities at full volume. I'm gonna die alone, you know. Bienvenido a Radio K-Fuck. KFUC, que bueno. Radio 0.0, tú es un puto, tú es nada. K-Fuck Radio, KFUC, que bueno. This one's over, Budweiser, you know. You're tuning in to K-Fuck Public, reminding you that the public is really the most annoying thing. K-Fuck Radio, KFUC, K deal with it. Let's have a message from one of our sponsors.
Evan, this is your father. I just wanted to tell you that I can send you some more money, buddy. Everything's gonna be fine, and I've got a buddy with a temp agency in town, and we're gonna find you a job, pal. Don't you worry about it. Everything's gonna be just okay, you know?
K-Fuck Radio! I have a great sports announcer voice. But the problem is, I don't know shit about sports, you know? Like, if I were ever on a sports show, I'd be like, hey, the hockey goalie kicks the puck down the field to the halfback for a touch pass, yeah! Go sports ball, you know? But maybe I could do the sports announcer voice for things that I like improv. And the audience has given the suggestion of Dickens. And he's got a little bit of space work. He's pulling out some space work here. Looks like he's putting something in a sack, just random objects. It's kind of a mediocre initiation, if you ask me, and it's a bindle. This still doesn't tell us anything about where he is or what he's doing. Or parallel parking, I'm good at that. Evan Galpert sees a spot on the right of the vehicle. At this point, he just has to line himself up so that the rear tire is in line with the rear bumper of the front vehicle. And if he stops, okay, he's got that line perfectly right now. So now all he has to do is turn that wheel on a 45-degree angle as he backs in, nice and gently. Releasing the angle, oh my God, look at that execution, he's landed it perfectly. You know? Or fucking. How fun would it be to have that voice for fucking, you know? Like, well, Evan's up in the ring with a contender, the hot chick from the bar. He's really punching above his weight class this time, folks. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't think one bookie in the world would ever put money on this matchup. But Evan really needs a win here. He's coming off of an injury with the clap, just doing a 1-week suspension on antibiotics. But he's done a really good job working down the defenses. And yes, it looks like they're down. The panties are down. Evan's got 6 in a row lined up. They're all covered. He's ready to make an attempt at the goal. And look what's happened! Oh my God, it's over already! Look what's happened! It's over before it's even begun! I can't believe it! What an upset! What is happening? Oh wait, look at this, folks! Look at this, folks! The kid is on his knees and on the mound. He's not going out without going down. And that's what makes him a contender, baby. I'm Evan Galpert. Thank you so much.
Give it up again for Evan Galpert, everyone. Nothing to lighten the mood like STIs and depression. So our next comic here, she's fierce. You wouldn't think that when you first met her, but she has said some stuff where I'm like, God damn, you want to murder someone, don't you? Our next comic though is coming up. Leave it up, a large warm welcome for Miss Esther Coker, everyone. Figuring out the door. Come on up.
Hi guys, my name's Esther. And Esther is a very Jewish name for those of you who don't know. Esther was queen of the Jews in the Old Testament and the only chapter in the Bible named after a woman. And because I am so white and of Jewish descent, I am by far the worst dancer in the room. Oh yeah, I'm an elbow flapping mama, watch out. Those elbows are sharp, that's how I make my own room on the dance floor. I'm so white that my bucket list this year includes seeing Dave Matthews at the Gorge. I'm so white that I telemark ski. And if you don't know what that is, it's like skiing downhill in stilettos. Because I like making things a lot harder than they have to be. One of my girlfriends told me the other day, girl, you are the whitest person I know. And I was like, nah, really? Come on. And as soon as I said that, we both looked down and realized I was wearing a shirt with snowflakes all over it. I have a 5-year-old daughter. And I have to be more careful about what I say around her now. The other day I was on the phone with a good friend, and she was complaining to me about how her husband hadn't come home in 3 nights. And so naturally, like any good friend, I was like, well, where do you want to bury the body? And unfortunately, my daughter heard this, and things became really confusing when she asked her father to borrow a shovel. And I always know I'm in trouble when my phone starts dinging. Ding, ding, ding. When I get a series of text messages from my baby daddy, I'm like, oh shit. What did my kid rat me out for this time? Those darn kids, they're always blowing your cover. I watch a lot of true crime, like a lot. And I think women watch more true crime than men because we inherently don't understand how you could actually kill something. You know, that's weird to us. It's not in our DNA. And I think it's because a man can kill a woman with his bare hands, but a woman can't even kill a cockroach without consulting a gaggle of girls first. Murder is way too extreme. No. Stalk them, Facebook research, harass them, privately message, email, request millions through Venmo, tarnish their reputation in every way possible. But don't fucking kill somebody. That's so crazy. I've never had a tattoo, but watching all this true crime makes me want to get a tattoo for the sole purpose of being able to identify my body better if I'm murdered. Yeah, because as I get older, I acquire more and more enemies as I gain the self-confidence to speak my mind. So I want to make it easier for police if I'm murdered. Forget dental records. Is that a Dave Matthews tattoo? This school year has been hard for working parents. Can I give a shout out to all the working parents in this room? Woo! School has gone back and forth between remote and in-person classes, snow days, sick days. Kids have missed more school days this year than any other time. And you never know what day they're gonna cancel to the last minute. It's kind of like playing nanny hopscotch. But I feel like I've won the freaking lottery, you guys. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because my baby daddy is dating a homeschool teacher. Oh yeah. Not only is this girl in school to be a vet, but she also homeschools her son, which means that my daughter is along for the same ride. Cha-ching, ooh yeah. I don't have to worry about paying a private nanny, and I don't have to worry about leaving my kid with some weird family member for the day. My daughter gets her own private, free, awesome tutor if school is canceled. She even brings home puppies and kittens from work every day. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. The other day, Brad was talking about how he'd been fighting a lot with his girlfriend, and things just didn't feel right, and he didn't know what he wanted, and he wasn't sure, and wait. I was like, you better figure it the fuck out. I don't care. You need me to watch the Nuggetron for an extra night so you guys can have a date and patch it up, just let me know. But you're not breaking up with this one. Figure it out. Feelings are so selfish. The fact that my ex's girlfriend is an awesome chick in every way, like beautiful, smart, honest, kind, going to fucking vet school, this raises my real estate value. You know what I mean? This makes me look good. She's helping define my league, and she's setting a good example for my daughter. If my ex was dating a horrible, trashy, dumb slut, this lowers my real estate value. I don't want to be Eskimo sisters with that. It's a small town, if you know what I mean. I recently cut back on drinking, because at my age, you can't pound that 4-pack of beer, eat some chicken tenders, and somehow make it to your 10-hour shift the next day with a clear head. That don't work no more. The last time I did that, my coworker looked at me and he said, "What happened to your face? Did you sleep on it? Did you lick a salt block and cry yourself to sleep? Like, why is it so puffy?" And I was like, "Why are you so puffy?" So I poke his belly. Jerk. By the way, never touch a woman's belly in public, whether she is pregnant or not. Don't like it. It's kind of like touching a cat's belly, and if you do it, we'll get clawed or peed on, especially if she's over 40. Have you guys thought about the zombie apocalypse? And I believe zombie apocalypse refers to any end-of-the-world scenario, because we all know that we're getting too big for our boots as a human species. We know that we're due for a mass extinction. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see the writing on the wall. We're fucked. We are fucked. The only question is how. How are we going to go? Are we gonna catch a fatal virus and start eating each other? Is the world gonna catch on fire and we're all gonna suffocate? Are aliens gonna invade? There's always that one person that's like, yeah, I got my to-go bag and my bunker and my zombie apocalypse buddy, and we could survive 6 months on our own. Or there's that one other chick that's like, oh, I'm gonna go camp in the Pecos wilderness for survival. Yeah, because you've used your tent like twice. I know exactly how I'm gonna go, along with 20% of the population on pharmaceuticals. I'm gonna walk off the cliff about 3 to 5 days after my Lexapro prescription runs out. Have you guys ever seen somebody that gets cut off from their antidepressants cold turkey? It's not pretty. And then just imagine all those drug-dependent, ADHD, bipolar, schizophrenic motherfuckers out there. They're just a few days away from a psychotic reality break without their meds. If you're afraid of zombies, you're afraid of the wrong thing. You should be afraid of this group of people with guns. The last time I got cut off from my meds cold turkey, I got lost on my way home from work, a route that I had driven for over 2 years. I was crying so hard that I couldn't see. I had to call my boyfriend to come pick me up. I don't know where I am. I'm crying so hard I can't see. I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know why. That was me 36 hours without my meds. Now imagine 60 hours with an army of zombies attacking. In other words, I am not your zombie apocalypse buddy. Like some people like to brag about how they'd be a good zombie apocalypse buddy, like, oh, I got my to-go bag and a lifetime supply of ammunition. Let's do this shit. I'll tell you straight up, don't count on me. I will die of a panic attack before a zombie even catches me. I will fall apart as soon as my prescription runs out. If shit hits the fan, you need to let my ass go and you have my permission to eat me. So I've never been married. I don't know why. But have you ever committed to a job without actually possessing the job skills that you promised? You know, like that time I was hired over the phone and I faked an accent for the interviews. And unfortunately, the interviewer did not ask where I was from because I don't know if the accent was German or Russian or whatever. But I recently committed to the role of river dancing on St. Patty's Day. You guys know I'm a white girl elbow flapper. I've never even tap danced before. I have 1 week to acquire these skills through YouTube, and it's totally gonna be Napoleon Dynamite style. But you know what they say, fake it till you make it. Like orgasms, and birthing babies, escaping prison, surviving the wilderness, and doing stand-up comedy. That's right, guys, I never thought in a million years I could do this, but I found my footing through Wayward comedy. And if you ever want to give the mic a try, come to open mic Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock at Chili Lime Brewery. Thank you, guys.
Give it up again for Esther. Great job. Yes, Wayward Comedy, you guys can come and hear all the jokes that we have not prepared for anyone else. So my next, also I wanted to make an announcement. I've been getting a couple people coming up saying that the back corner's a little something, you know, we got people up here that are talking. Anyways, that's about all I'm gonna say about it. I don't want to say anything again. Anyways, guys, our next person here, he looks basically like a discount Harry Potter. He's a funny guy, super nice. I've known him for a long time. Please give a warm welcome for Mr. Nick Pelton, everybody.
All right, woo, that's on. Thank you, everybody. Christ almighty, these lights hit you. It's like you died and you went to the set of Hee Haw. All right, this is great. That's what I was hoping for. That's what I prayed for all these years. You guys hear me in the back? All right. And more importantly, can you see my mustache in the back? A lot of this set relies on this mustache, okay, guys? There's three, I'm gonna get this out right away. There's 3 types of mustaches, okay? 1 is worn ironically. 2, it's worn because you're a badass and you've killed someone. And 3, it's because you're a sex offender. This is the ironic type. Let's just get that out right of the way. Though, quick public service announcement. A little bit earlier today, I checked out, there's a website you can go to. You can find all the sex offenders in your area code. So I checked that out real quick just to make sure, you know, nobody on the list here is, you know, on that list too. And we're safe there, but it turns out about half of the sex offenders in Santa Fe live on Bob Street. Bob Street. Do you guys know Bob Street? Yeah, that little dumb street right at the end of Passaic and Peralta. Like if you fell asleep on the bus and woke up, uh-oh, you're at Bob Street now. home of half of the sex offenders of Santa Fe. So, in Britain they say Bob's your uncle, but everybody's your uncle down there at Bob Street. So I thought okay, sorry, weird place to start, everybody. Let me course correct a little bit here. Who here likes serial killers? Any serial killers? Hell, do we have any serial killers out here tonight? Come on, your secret's safe with me. There we go, let's be honest. Something about stand-up comedy, we're a vulnerable type. We attract kind of, predatory crowds. But as we all know, the greatest serial killer of all time is Jeffrey Dahmer. Am I right? Jeffrey Dahmer, that sick bastard, killed dozens of male prostitutes. And every time I hear about him, I get nostalgic about the Midwest. You know what I mean? He is kind of the most token, perfect example of the Midwest. This is a guy who chopped up people, put their body parts in his refrigerator. Then when he woke up in the middle of the night and was feeling a little bit peckish, he'd just get some bread, some mayonnaise, a foot, and have himself a delicious mayonnaise sandwich. And I grew up on mayonnaise sandwiches, you know what I'm saying? We ate bologna, which is probably about 5% human meat, but still, it's about the same thing. So Jeffrey Dahmer, classic serial killer, even at an early age, he showed all three signs of being from the Midwest. First and foremost is looking like you're from the 90s, no matter what decade it is. I mean, okay, look at me. I put this on, I thought, this will look cool, right? I look like a pager salesman. Or I look like I appraise Beanie Babies for a living. Oh yeah, Dopey Lobster. This will be worth millions one day. Come the turn of the millennium. So that's 90s sign, Midwestern sign number one. Telltale Midwestern sign number two, deep sexual repression. That's what we live on up there. That's our main resource. We don't have any kind of minerals or ores. There's no tourism in the Midwest. It's sexual repression like a goddamn nuclear reactor, Dad's out there in the middle of the lawn, measuring every single blade of grass. It's a beautiful day out here. Mom's in the kitchen, she's putting her 8th casserole in the oven. Something's gotta go in the oven. And here I am, do you know what I like to do? I like to wave this big black phallic thing in my face for 15 minutes. It all adds up. But the third telltale sign of being from the Midwest is perfectly exemplified by Jeffrey Dahmer's half-assed mullet. So take a moment to think about that, because a mullet is already a half-assed haircut as it is. You know what I mean? Business in front, party in back. So to half-ass that, again, we're at a quarter ass, people. Do the math. And that's what the Midwest is all about, quarter-assing it, okay? You give us a job, we'll tell you, okay, I'm gonna do a half-assed job, but then we'll half-ass that again. It's unbelievable. Okay, take my mustache. No, take the name Midwest for starters. It sounds like a group of people who maybe tried to go all the way west and stopped halfway through, right? But we look at the fucking map. Here's the East Coast, here's the West Coast. Midwest is about right here, about here. I don't think they made it a single day. I think they're like, let's head on up to California. And then the sun starts saying, screw it. It's good enough, we'll have some mayonnaise sandwiches. Send back, we'll tell them we made it halfway to the West. And so I'm excited to see one of the greatest exemplifiers, one of the greatest icons of the Midwest, besides Jeffrey Dahmer, is making a huge comeback, and that's mom jeans. Mom jeans, back out of nowhere. Now this could be they're either getting popular again, or people are leaving the Midwest in hordes, because they never stopped wearing them up there. But here's how they exemplify all three of the ideals of the Midwest. First of all, they're the most 90s thing you can imagine. But second of all, sexual repression. You see, the mom jeans is pulled taut right here in the crotch area, cutting off blood flow to the genitals. Because you see, the genitals, you won't need those in the Midwest, not where you're going. And number three, the quarter ass. what it really does that's special is it exemplifies the lower quarter of the ass, the dumpy part of the ass, and the rest of it is squeezed down. So there's no ass until right above the knee, right where you want it. So, that's quarter-assing it, folks. That's a Midwest delicacy. But you know who's been really quarter-assing it lately? Even eighth-assing it, perhaps. Eighth-assing, that's right. We didn't know that technology existed. It's Hollywood. These guys are churning out, have you seen? They're just redoing old movies and putting even older guys in those movies. Am I right? They did another Matrix, for instance. First it was Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Resurrections, now it's Matrix Retarded. It's just non-stop. And I get it. I get why they're doing it from a business sense. Keanu Reeves is a very bankable guy, he's a very likable guy. Nobody doesn't like Keanu Reeves. Like Sarah Lee can choke on a ding-dong, you know what I'm saying? Keanu Reeves is where it's at, and I think obviously he's a handsome guy, he's a charming guy, and he looks like he genuinely doesn't know he's in the movie. I think he doesn't realize he's an actor. I think he just goes on adventures. Doesn't notice the set, doesn't notice the cameras, you know. Like, boy, Keanu, what have you been up to this year? Oh man, it's been crazy. First I traveled back in time, then I had to fight Dracula, then Steve Martin was my dad. That's a hell of a year, Keanu. Yeah. And so, it turns out that that's what makes him perfect for being Neo in The Matrix. So for those of you who don't remember The Matrix, it's this movie about everybody lives in a computer, they don't know that they're in a computer, and the big mystery of the movie, the big mindfuck of the movie, is how the hell is Keanu Reeves the guy who's gonna stop the machines? That's the mystery. How the hell is a guy this dumb gonna outsmart anything? You know what I mean? But it makes sense, and I will explain how. You see, in The Matrix, if you die in The Matrix, your brain thinks you're dead. And if your brain thinks you're dead, it tells your body you're dead. So you don't want some guy with a brain that knows when it should be dead. You don't want some doctor who's like, oh no, I'm losing enough blood to go into cardiac shock. No, you want a guy who looks like he forgets to breathe sometimes. You want the guy who goes, oh yeah, oh yeah, breathing. So that's why Keanu Reeves is invincible out there. They put him in The Matrix, he has no idea he's in The Matrix. To the producer, it's genius. He goes, it's perfect. We'll get the kid who doesn't even know he's in the pictures to star as the guy who doesn't even know he's in The Matrix. So there he is, in The Matrix, he gets shot. Oh, whoa. They karate chop him in the neck. Just like, ouch. And they could chop his head off and have it go rolling down the arroyo, and he'd just be like, oh, buzzkill, oh, man. So it makes a lot of sense in that vein. But I'm still sick overall of these old dudes getting cast as action stars, you know? It all started with Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. Remember that Indiana Jones 4? The movie starts, you think his face is melting like at the end of the first movie. You're like, watch out, Indy, it's the Ark! And then you're like, oh, his face just looks like that now. It's just some old guy now. Or I watched The Irishman recently, and they're like, oh, who should play this 22-year-old main character? I know, 88-year-old Robert De Niro. They even put him in a fight scene, which as far as I can tell used a whole bunch of cranes and pulleys just to get him to be able to move. If you think he deserves an Oscar, the guy who had to pretend that he was getting beat up by him deserves the Oscar. And oh, you're walking so steadily. But it just keeps going. I mean, what's next? Clint Eastwood is the Karate Kid? Or even better yet, coming this summer, Bruce Willis is Peter Pan. Oh! I lost my shadow, and my teeth, and my preparation H. It's starring the cast of The Expendables as the Lost Boys. Sylvester Stallone will be playing Little Wendy. There's a little boy in my room. I must have gotten one too many ring-a-ding-dings things in the head because I think he's flying. Bruce Willis is like, yeah, yippee-ki-yay, I'm flying all right. Oh, yeah. They tried to get Betty White to play Tinkerbell, but we just missed her. So instead, we've got Angela Lansbury, filmed live from her hospital bed. Please kill me. Hey, Peter Pan, could you teach me how to fly? Yeah, sure. You just need 2 Viagras, a Cialis, and then you think happy thoughts. Or you can just look at your phone. Come, see the magic through the eyes of a cataract this summer. Peter Pan with Bruce Willis. It's nonstop. I'll tell you what, speaking of Viagra, I've been thinking, I tend to get jealous of weird things. I don't know why. But I found myself, of all of God's creations, being jealous of panda bears. The dumbest animals of them all. They're like bears with none of the benefits of being a bear. You know, they don't eat children, they don't nap for 6 months, they don't fuck around with honey, they just sit around. But it struck me, bears are actually the most clever animal of them all, because they've got this worldwide scheme going on. Do you know what it is? The whole world is trying to help panda bears get laid. Everyone. Americans, like the Americans and the Chinese don't agree on much. But they're both shaking hands and saying whatever it takes to get these little bears laid, you know what I mean? World resources. And I'm divorced, I'm in my 30s, I'm thinking about this, I'm like, why can't I have that kind of support? You know what I mean? I sure could use that level of global help when it comes to I'm about to go extinct. You know what I mean? Panda bears are black and white, I'm just white. I'm even more endangered. You know what I mean? America, China, think about Putin. If he's a scary man with a lot of power. If he used that power for good, like getting me laid, instead of evil, imagine how much that could help. I could have scientists watching me round the clock, you know, like, uh-oh, he's talking about YouTube again, get him out of there, get him out of there. They could build, look at this, they could build a little habitat, just like this, right? Where everything is like 7/8 the size. I look a little bit taller, you know what I mean? It's all an illusion. I'm actually this tall in real life, if you meet me. It's jarring. Except I would make it look more like Three's Company. Hell, we could have round-the-clock news coverage, day 37, still no luck. Hang in there, pal. And I think that's it, everybody. I think that's all I've got for tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tumbleroot. Thank you, Tomas, for hosting. All right.
Give it up again. Nick Pelton, everybody. I love a good, impersonation. Here's my impersonation of Sylvester Stallone. Oh, all right, that's it. Our next person that's coming up is big. He's a good, fucking huge guy. He's awesome. And it's also all the crew in the back, so maybe now you'll listen. This next guy coming up, he's your boy, he's my boy, he's everybody's boy. Give it up for Felix, everyone.
You fucked that one up. You're supposed to say, he's my boy, he's your boy, Ric Flair, say! What's up, motherfuckers? I love you. Thank you for making all that noise back there. They're here to party. We're all here to party. We're all here to have a good time, right? We're here to see some comedy. I love that all these shows have been selling out. It's awesome. So I'm gonna get this out of the way. Yesterday was my 40th birthday. Apparently when you're 40, you're the only motherfucker who thinks you're old, you know? Everyone older than you doesn't want to seem old, so they're like, oh, you're young, your life's just beginning. And then all the motherfuckers that are younger than you, no 40s creeping around the corner, so they're like, oh no, you're just a young man. You're not a day over 39 and a half. Something like that. But yeah, I partied last night. Let's hear it for our host, Tomas Cabildo, everybody. Yeah, fucking love that dude. I saw him at the Matador last night. This is a true story, by the way. Which means I still smell like piss even after 3 showers. I saw him last night, and you know, drunk reflex turns into like a life coach, you know? All of a sudden I know everything about money, even though I don't have any. I'm like, hey, fuck the NFTs, Tomas, fuck that shit, man. You know what you gotta do? What you gotta do, Tomas, you gotta buy 5 lottery tickets. I mean, what are the odds? One of those motherfuckers gotta hit right, at least 5. The odds of them not hitting are AstraZeneca or whatever. Speaking of AstraZeneca, aren't you guys happy that the mask mandate got lifted, huh? Yeah, you motherfuckers, everybody should be cheering. Not one of you motherfuckers is wearing a mask. Not one of you motherfuckers. You know who's wearing a mask right now? Anybody who's out there wearing a mask are the ones who disowned like their whole family, you know, over the last 2 years. Fuck you, it's real. It's fucking real, and I don't want to talk to you anymore, Grandma. Fuck you. Delete, bitch. You too, Mom. Fuck you. Those are the other people who are still wearing masks. They're like, fuck, my family doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I gotta do this. I mean, it's real. It's real, you know, but you know, just don't fucking go out when you're sick. If you feel like you have a fever going on, you know, it's the same thing. It's like, if your crotch is itchy, don't go fuck, you know? Don't do it. Speaking of fucking, does anyone miss cheeks out there? Holy shit. I was expecting silence. You guys miss cheeks? God damn. You guys need to get a life or something. That place was a dump. Literally, Cheeks is better off as a parking lot than a strip club. You know why? Because no one ever got chlamydia from a parking lot. Many got chlamydia in a parking lot, but not from a parking lot, right? I told that joke to my friend Jane, who's out there in the back. And she's like, apparently you haven't been to the West Side Highway in New York. Are people fucking parking lots in the West Side of New York? Maybe. I don't want to know. That's why I'm a Santa Fean. But me and this place, we have a great history. Not necessarily Tumbleroot, although I've performed here dozens of times. Last year I was in the Santa Fe Fiesta Melodrama. We did a whole week of shows. Yeah! If you don't know what that is, it's a yearly tradition. We have shows at the Santa Fe Playhouse. It's during fiestas. It's amazing. And actually one of my best friends is here from the shows. His name's Mario Ulibarri. He's right here in the front, guys. So, I'm actually, on 420, wink, wink, I am officiating Mario and Katrina's wedding. I'm gonna dress up like Elvis and shit, and I'm like, was man say, only fools rush you. I can't help falling in love with you. I'm gonna grab like the Buck Bride's mom and do it. Yeah. Welcome to Vegas, Mom. But no, yeah, we're actors. I don't know how he got into acting. Me, I just sucked a couple dicks. And I'm good. You know, you put one dick in your mouth and no one tells you anything. You put a second one, they're like, now you're an actor. Fuck yes. I don't love dick, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Now I'm the best actor in Santa Fe. dick sucking, or maybe because I'm a good actor. I don't know. I'll take either title as long as you give me a trophy. But yeah, I was saying I have a long history with this building because my mom and dad actually met here when it was Club Alegría. They're not here with us anymore, but don't feel sad. Don't feel sad, okay? They had beautiful lives, and I have my sister sitting right here up front watching them. But I think that's why this place feels like home, because you know what those welcome mats say? Home is where your mom fucks your dad. And if you don't have a dad, sometimes it's home where your mom fucks. Either way, it has a nice ring to it. So yeah, I mean, they're not here, so I can't ask them how they met. But I like to imagine, like, this is what happens. My dad went to the bar, he got 2 tecates. You know, he gets one for him and then gets another one. He tells him to put half a salt shaker of fucking salt around that because my mom loves some salty ass beer. My mom loved beer that was so salty, me and my sisters came out of the womb with fucking high blood pressure. We're just like, shit, did I just do a line of coke or do I have high blood pressure? I probably did both. You don't know, or do you? Sorry, I have to look at this because it's been my birthday month, but also I work at the ski basin. So all those round, yeah. All those rowdy, noisy motherfuckers are my family, but I would like to ask you to respect the comics, guys, and just, you know, let them do their stuff. Let's let everyone hear. Let's give them their $5 worth of comedy. You know, I was thinking, like, how do I give these people $5 worth of comedy? And then it came to me. I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? Tomas is gonna be like, and up next, your boy Reflex. And then I'm gonna come out in a robe, right, out of that door. I'm gonna be back there and I'm gonna just come out in my robe. Okay, and then I just pull that fucker open and show y'all my cock. And in my head, this is how it played out. I'm like, oh, everyone just like, they see my cock and they start screaming with laughter. Ah, look at it. Ah, it's a turtle head with a turtleneck. And then like, everyone's like, Reflex, Reflex. They carry me off the fucking stage like Rudy off the football field. Reflex, Reflex. My little dick's just there, just jumping around. Oh no, not this many people have ever seen me before. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? So I pitched that to the folks. And they're like, well, first of all, Felix, we need at least 15 minutes of comedy from you. And also, I think it's illegal to show your dick in public. So, unfortunately, you guys will not be able to see my penis in tonight's performance. Don't worry. You want to see this shit? Okay. This is exactly what it looks like. Picture your grandma's face after she just bit into a lemon. Like this. Just. You know why I told that joke? Because next time you see your grandma's face, if she's still with us. So that. Hey, Grandma, you want to bite into this lemon? Oh shit. That's what Fifi's working with. You're damn right. I got a grandma's lemon face in my pants. So yeah, I turned 40 and I realized that I sound more and more like Arnold Schwarzenegger every day. I do, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, like the older you get. Let me show you. Ah, Jesus. Oh, fuck. This might not have been a good idea. You know, I was practicing this when I was in my 30s. Now that I'm in my 40s, I'm like, fuck, bro. Okay. Don't worry. I come from a long line of man whores, so I do my best work on my back. Where was I? Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Here we go. So you're sleeping. All right, here we go. And then your alarm goes. Deep, 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 deep. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh crap. Oh no. You get more cramps when you're fucking old. Like, in my 20s, I got like 2, and that's because I got so drunk that I almost died of alcohol poisoning. But now, like, when in my late 30s and now 40s, I get cramps just by like stretching the wrong. Oh fuck! And then you get that phantom one where you like feel it coming out. Oh shit! Like you don't want to move, right? Because if you move, you fucked up. That shit just that fucking pain where it's like you're being raped but no one else is in the house. Fuck! Oh my god! Oh Jesus! Give us some pickle juice! You live alone, motherfucker! Oh fuck! Then you start crying. Oh my god! What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? You're out of shape, motherfucker. Pickle juice, though, that shit's the bomb. You make those noises when you're oh no, I can't. Oh no. You walk to the bathroom, you're the cramp. You sit down. No. Oh my god, this isn't human. There must be a predator coming out of there. You guys don't take predator shit? I guess I'm the only one that eats at Tomasitas. Zing! Fuck that place. I'll go hang out with a bunch of Texans and then they only serve me 2 margaritas. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna come to Tumbleroot where they treat me right. By the way, treat your bartenders right because they're taking care of you guys. Yes. Wonderful staff they are. Sorry. Arnold Schwarzenegger voice gives me counting now. Oh yeah, bartenders. Oh yeah. Speaking of tips, usually I throw a big 40th party, but you know, with COVID and bars not having DJs, I also DJ, by the way, but most of you guys know that. I'm your boy Reflex, best DJ in Santa Fe and the Santa Fe Reporter 3 out of the last 4 years. Yeah. You know what the key is to being the best DJ? Don't be a fucking asshole, that's it. I'm a great guy. You tell me you want to hear I Will Always Love You when everyone's like getting their fucking booty down? I'll play that shit. Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. And I will always love you. Love you. Yes. Speaking of DJ, March 27th, we're doing Unicorn Day up at Ski Santa Fe. One of our friends, one of our dear friends passed away, and she used to snowboard in a unicorn onesie. I have a story that I wasn't planning on telling, but the other half of the story is in here. I'm not going to mention his name. But we were at an after party and we were all just drinking and having fun. All of a sudden, this young lady and this masked character go into a room, and we don't know what they were doing in there, right? We heard sex noises, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're having sex. But in the morning, we walked into the room, she's gone, and that motherfucker's sleeping in a dog cage. I wish I knew what the fuck was. I'm gonna ask you, guy that I'm not mentioning your name, but you're back there somewhere. I'm gonna ask you what was going on. Sorry, I had a couple things. Oh yeah. I don't know, does anyone know how long I've been up here? I've been trying to time myself. I know it doesn't matter, but still. They'll flash a light on me, no big deal. What I put in here? Oh! When I was talking about the mask mandate, I forgot to say this part. I'm happy, not because we don't wear masks and not because we're being unsafe. You know, like I said, there's ways to prevent it, but also if you're just feeling sick, don't fucking go out, right? That's the main part. But I'm glad it got lifted because we work at Ski Santa Fe. And what is at Ski Santa Fe? Texans, that's fucking right. Those fucking, any Texans in here? Fuck you. Not you necessarily, but okay, I got it. But I'll finish my story. So this is what happened. I'm happy that the restrictions got lifted because we hear these fucking Texans every day. All through Christmas, all through the busy time, they come in unmasked and like we have to wear these shits in our face all fucking day, right? We're buckling boots that smell like Velveeta and dick. That fucking smell just sticks in your mask. You're smelling Velveeta and dick so much, it's just like in your nose. It lives in your lungs. I know what Velveeta and dick smells like. And this son of a bitch, who only has to wear a mask for 8 fucking minutes while he gets his skis, like, I don't want to wear your communist fucking rags. These are my freedom silencers. I don't wear that shit. Motherfucker, you don't even let women get an abortion. Fuck you. But yeah, they're like communist rags. And then, so they lifted the ban, and now you still see a couple people sprinkled in. Like I said, the ones who disown their families. They're no longer, they're wearing masks. But now, we don't wear masks, and now I feel their freedom and their fucking entitlement. So now I know where they're coming from. Because I went to pick up my friend at the hospital, and they're like, sir, you need to put on a mask. And I'm like, I left my communist rag at home! I'm the more reflex. Thank you, everybody.
Up again for Felix. Oh boy. Yeah, no, we were out last night and we did have a conversation, but I couldn't tell you a goddamn thing of what that conversation was about. I was wasted as hell. Anyways, so how you guys liking this? You guys having a good time out here? Yeah? This is a good show, right? Alright, we got 2 more for you guys, so this next one that's coming up, she's been doing this. She's one of the funniest I've seen. Please give a very warm welcome for Miss Isabel Madley, everyone.
Oh, thank you so much. Hi, guys. Hi, it's so good to be here. So give it up for your host, Tomas. He's one of the whitest kids you know, and he's not even white. Speaking of white, I was just in Utah recently for a comedy festival. And I know what you're thinking, Utah comedy, Lot of nudity, right? Just, and you're totally right, just extremely explicit and offensive. Now, this was a comedy festival in the way that the show Euphoria is a tasteful and realistic depiction of everyday teen life. It was not exactly what I pictured, and there were some red flags from the start, like the fact that it was in Utah, or the fact that one of the shows I was booked on was at 1:30 p.m. outdoors in a public park, which I soon learned in a public park in Utah means a 1,000 square foot patch of dirt with a rock in the middle of it. Yeah, now this rock did have petroglyphs on it, which was pretty cool. It would have been a lot cooler if it wasn't smack dab in the whitest suburban neighborhood imaginable. Like, I think the name of the housing development was Manifest Destiny. And Utah is beautiful. Like, you get there and you realize, oh, I see why the Mormons got here, and went, oh shit, this is incredible. We'll take it. Literally. From other people, yeah. I know I sound really negative. I should be grateful for the exposure, you know, and I did get some good exposure to COVID. Yeah. The main positive thing I left from that trip was my rapid test. And I got Omicron, so it wasn't that bad, you know. I think we're still on Omicron. There might be like a sub-variant or something. I've kind of lost track. I'm personally looking forward to the day when they run out of Greek letters and they have to start naming the variants after people, like they do with hurricanes, right? Just like hurricanes, because I can picture some scientists taking this opportunity to get back at their ex. Like, this just in, scientists have identified a new variant of the coronavirus. Sources say the Christopher variant is the most disgusting variant so far. They say it is toxic, causes explosive diarrhea, and should be avoided at all costs. We're on Omicron and people go, oh, it's mild. It's mild, don't worry about it. That is so much worse. Because that means everybody is just passing it around unknowingly, like college pink eye. Like, think of this lineup. Think of Wayward comedy. We got a bunch of depressed alcoholics who smoke 8 joints a day. Feeling fatigued with a headache and a slight cough is their baseline. They feel like that all the time. How the fuck are we gonna know if we have COVID? I mean, on a good day, a stand-up comic has roughly the constitution of a Victorian orphan. You know, begging for attention from strangers, being ignored, and making roughly the same amount of money for their time. Now, Omicron is fading away, and people love to, sort of, right? But people love to brag about their misery. Like, have you guys ever met someone, if you got Omicron, have you ever had that conversation with someone who had the original variant? And they have kind of a supremacy complex about it. They have a superiority complex about it, where they go, oh, you got Omicron? That's funny, because I actually lost my sense of smell. So, I mean, you say you had COVID, but, like, did you really? And everyone has that one friend who swears that they got COVID before everybody else, right? They're like the hipster of epidemiologists. They're like, oh, I actually got COVID back in November 2019. But it was pretty obscure back then, so like, you probably hadn't heard of it. And then everyone has that friend who just wanted to get COVID the whole time. They're just anxious and they're like, I just want to get it over with, man. And funnily enough, our friend in Wayward who was like that is currently at home sick with COVID, so congratulations to him. But I did not give it to him, just so you guys know. So if any of you are the people who want to get COVID, I'm not gonna give it to you. Like, if you come up to me after the show and you ask me to spit in your mouth, you're not gonna get COVID, just a boner. Yeah. Maybe, if you're into that kind of thing. Okay, so I talked about the coronavirus. What else is funny? Ukraine. Let's talk about Ukraine. Obviously, all jokes aside, what's happening in Ukraine is horrifying. We're all humbled by it. It's mind-boggling, and it's crazy. But bear with me, but it's not quite as crazy as certain people are making it out to be. And again, bear with me here, because some journalists and maybe certain members of the royal family are talking about it as if it's the first war that's ever happened anywhere. There's war going on everywhere, but other wars don't get the attention that Ukraine does. But people are going, war? In Europe? I mean, it's not happening in the places we expect it to happen. You know, like the Middle East or Africa, you know. It's happening in a civilized place. A place where people look just like us. These are pretty much verbatim quotes, by the way, from the news. It's pretty fucked up. They're just being openly racist and not even bothering to hide it. It's like watching your ignorant grandmother go on TV to talk about the rising crime rates in the United States. She's like, you would expect this kind of thing in Detroit. Or maybe Harlem, but in my good Christian suburbs? Oh my God. And then Putin's claiming that he's trying to denazify Ukraine, right? Just interesting, because, you know, have you ever noticed that fascists, whether they're abroad or here at home, often like to accuse others of doing the very things that they're guilty of? It smacks of a toxic relationship, right? A lot of gaslighting, a lot of projection. Like currently, apparently, Russian TV is reporting that Ukraine is bombing themselves, which is very abusive X-energy. Like, bombing a hospital? No, she did it to herself. Like next thing, Putin is going to be accusing Zelensky of taking way too many shirtless pictures on horseback. Right? Speaking of which, Zelensky, can we give it up for him? Yeah. Everyone's like, woo, zaddy, yeah. I mean, this man, what a fucking president. Yeah, this man, he wrote and starred in a show about a comedian becoming president. And then he just did that shit. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, this man, he just shows up on his press conferences in a t-shirt, unshaven. He appeared on Dancing with the Stars and won. He once appeared on TV pretending to play the piano with his penis. And now he's president. Now, can you guys imagine any American comics following this trajectory? Because personally, I cannot imagine a worse addition to a conflict zone than a stand-up comic. Like, what's the deal with mines? Does anyone ever place their own mine? Shouldn't they be called yours? Oh, thanks for those begrudging laughs for that one. Yeah, it's the fucking worst. All jokes aside, like, the people of Ukraine are fucking badass, right? Like, we've all heard that story of the soldiers who were told to surrender and they just responded, Russian warship? Go fuck yourself! There's also, you know, there's people being trained how to make Molotov cocktails on TV. They're just handing out AK-47s to everybody who'll take one, regardless of whether they know how to use a gun. I mean, which is insane if you think about it. Like, what is this, America? There was the story of a grandmother who I hope you guys haven't heard this, because there's a grandmother who went up to a Russian soldier and handed him a handful of sunflower seeds to put in his pocket and told him, I look forward to seeing these flowers bloom from your corpse as you rot on Ukrainian soil. Holy shit, that is the hardest shit I have ever heard in my life. Picture your grandmother saying that. That's a better image than Felix's grandmother. And then all of the other countries are jumping in, they're putting sanctions, they're shutting down McDonald's and Netflix and Facebook, and those ones I don't like as much because the Russian people are getting punished, and it's not their war, it's Putin's war, right? Like, I like the sanctions that target Putin directly. Like, did you hear that the International Judo Federation took away his black belt? Oh, that's gotta hurt. That warms the heart. They also kicked Russia out of the World Cup and out of Eurovision. And I'd like to think that those are Putin's, like, 3 favorite things. And he's just like, this is bullshit! We had best winning song in Eurovision this year. It was story of my life called Big Dick Energy. Which we all know is ridiculous, because Putin doesn't have big dick energy. Oh no, Ukraine has big dick energy. From the grandmothers to the president. Because did Putin ever play the piano with his dick? I rest my case. Now I'd like to take the time. We've talked about the coronavirus, we've talked about war, and we can be real with each other here, right? I mean, we can get into the real shit. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about something tonight that honestly is really hard for me to talk about. And I actually can't believe we're gonna talk about it on this stage, because I feel very vulnerable with you guys right now. And it's something that I've taken a long time to admit to myself. It's honestly really hard for me to say, but here goes. I know that I do not have a dump truck ass. I just don't, okay? And I probably never will. All right? It's more like a pickup truck ass. Or if I'm being honest with myself, a Subaru Baja ass. That joke only works in Santa Fe. For my Subaru crowd out there, yeah. And I know there are steps that I could take to rectify this situation, but I'm a lazy bum. And bottom line, I need to leave this insecurity behind me, in my rear view, or else I could crack. Because ultimately, I should accept it, because it's what's in my genes. Thank you guys for sharing that with me. It was really hard to say. Body standards have always been crazy for women. Like, what is this pressure to always look beautiful, as if we owe it to anyone? As if we have to be the hottest person in Trader Joe's? What is that feminine impulse to be the hottest person in Trader Joe's, even when you're wearing a mask? And I mentioned it earlier, have you guys seen Euphoria? Holy fuck. Is that what teenagers are like nowadays? I thought they dressed like 90s Sears catalogs, not literal prostitutes. My high school didn't allow crop tops. I wore jeans and graphic tees every day. I wasn't dressed like an undercover cop trying to catch a predator. And these kids on Euphoria, they're fucking blackmailing each other, fucking each other. They're hosting suspiciously high-budget theater productions. My high school wasn't like that. Although, we did have a lot of rich, druggy kids. I remember the 8 a.m. cocaine nosebleeds in math class. And there were some teachers who would, smoke weed with the students, and sometimes fuck them. Oh, fuck! Did I go to Euphoria High School? Shit. My high school was weird. I know there's some other members of my high school in this audience tonight, and yeah, one or two. It doesn't exist anymore, so that maybe gives you an indication of how weird it was. And we had weird teachers too. And this is the last story I'll tell tonight. We had a teacher once, and we got into an argument with him in class about the definition of the word chode. This was in honors history class. Okay? Now, let's see, here. Ma'am, you here. Do you have a definition of the word chode in your mind? Don't be shy, what is it? Okay, wait, someone else. Who wants to give me a definition? Anybody? Short, fat penis. I heard short, fat penis. Now, does anyone else have a different definition of chode?
Wider than long.
Wider than long, still a penis. We're moving off the penis here. I know TJ does. You're raising your hand. Your area between your balls and taint. Well, you're talking about the taint. The area between the balls and the ass. See, you guys are already getting upset. So my my history teacher was a Gen Xer, and he grew up knowing chode to mean the area between your balls and your ass. Your taint, your perineum, your ABC, your ass-ball connection, if you will. And he was so adamant. He was sure that his definition was correct. We spent like 20 minutes in class arguing about this, because all of us were like, short, fat dick, and he's like, area between the balls and the dick, or balls and the ass. And he was so attached to this definition. He was so attached to being right. And I wondered at the time, why did it matter to him so much? And I realize now it's a really good allegory for history, right? Because nobody wants to admit that the worldview that they've held their entire life, a view that they're clinging to, might be outdated or wrong. Like, that's why people don't like critical race theory. They don't want to like shift their paradigm. They don't want to accept change. Change is a shift, or their thank you for that. Change is scary. Change freaks people out. But I'm here to tell you guys that change is healing. Racism is wrong. History should be taught the way it is. And most importantly, a chode is a short, fat dick. Unless you're in Eastern Europe, and then it's called a Putin. Thank you guys so much. I'm Isabel Madley.
Up again for Isabel Madley, everyone. That was great. Who was the one who yelled short fat penis? I could hear that from right? Fuck yeah. We were way too excited about that. That was awesome. That was awesome. How you guys doing? We got this shit. This is a great show. How's everybody doing? Let's get the energy up, huh? Come on. We got one more. This is going great. Everyone's having a good time. Please make sure and tip your bartender. They've been working their asses off, so let's give a hand for them too, guys. Thank you, guys. All right, we got one more. That's it, we got one more, guys. This guy, he's been going around. He's hard-working comic, one of the funny guys out there. He's awesome. So please give a very warm welcome for Mr. Josh Fornier, everyone.
Did y'all see that? Yeah. Fuck, dude. That fucking tripped me out. I'm used to coming out of a teepee, so I just pushed it. It fucked me up, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, I knew we were in Santa Fe. Y'all scared to laugh at that, huh? I felt the butts pucker on that one. I love it. I'm gonna get y'all to laugh, you know what I'm saying? Just some racist. Make some noise if you're racist. What's up? Couple of y'all. This Santa Fe, y'all are, there's some racists in here. It's fine. It is what it is. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I came prepared tonight, brother. You know what I'm saying? I got my fucking beads on. You know what I'm saying? I got turquoise on right now. I got real turquoise on too. You think I'm fucking around? You know how I know it's real turquoise, man? I bought it from a white lady here in Santa Fe, so I know that shit's real. Loosen up, loosen up. Your butt got tight. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like your first time doing backdoor. Just take a deep breath. We're gonna get through it, okay? That's wild though. Like I said, go ahead and laugh at these jokes, you know what I'm saying? I know Native people, we're inherently sensitive people. We cry, we're a crybaby culture. We cry at everything, you know what I'm saying? You throw a piece of trash on the ground, tear, right there. Like if me and my friends who came tonight, if we take a walk anywhere, they call it the Trail of Tears. It's crazy. You ever been to a powwow? Anybody in here? Okay, a couple of y'all. Even when we're doing powwow music, we cry in our vocals, dude. Just, wah! Like we cry with everything, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fine. Laugh at it. It's gonna be good. We're gonna be okay. But like I said, being Native is weird because you do comedy, you travel to fun places. You travel, like I'm glad to be in Santa Fe, man, because I went to Amarillo, Texas one time. Yeah. Here's the thing, I'm a huge country music fan. I love country music. I love George Strait, and he romanticized Amarillo, Amarillo by Morning. I got a gig there, and it was a last minute gig. They're like, hey, headliner fell out, can you fill in? I was like, sure, I'll be there tomorrow. He's like, by the morning? I was like, by the afternoon. I'll not wake up early. I'll wake up early for that. I went to Amarillo, Texas, this place called the Cactus Bar. And I walked in the room. It was kind of late. It was a weird, I was like, oh, George Strait was here. It's crazy. I walked in this bar, dude. And I went to the bartender. I was like, hi, I'm the comedian, man. Nice to meet you. And he looked at me. He's like, oh, shit. It's not what you want to do to book you to do comedy to say. I was like, oh, shit. He's like, hey, man, I'll pay you. You don't have to perform here. And I was like, why? He's like, I'm going to be real with you, man. It's a rough part of town. I was like, I grew up in Albuquerque. I ain't scared of shit. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I grew up with the war zone, cuz. What's good, yo? And he's like, they're a little racist here. I'm gonna be real with you, man. It is what it is. I'm like, how racist? My family's from Farmington. I know a little bit about it. What's up? And he said something he's like, they're bumper sticker racist here. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know what that means. It sounds wild, right? It sounds like when your kid makes the honor roll, they give you a sticker, and you're just so proud of it. I was just like, fuck it, I'm here. If I get stabbed, it is what it is. It's a story anyway. And he's like, good luck. And he walked away. Right after that, dude came from the bar. I'm not joking, it's real shit. He came up to me and he's like, you're the comedian, man? I said, yeah, my name's Josh. Nice to meet you, dude. And he's like, what are you, Japanese or something? Which didn't help because I laughed at that. I was like, what, dude? And my eyes doing a little Hello Kitty when I smile. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what, brother? That's fucking crazy, son. What you say? I was like, yo, white people, when I was like, where the racists at? My butt pucker is so tight, dude. I was like, what? I was like, no, I'm not Japanese, man. I'm actually Native American. Now I'm gonna be exact. As a matter of fact, my grandfather killed the Japanese in the war. You're welcome for that. That's real shit. My grandfather's one of the last 3 remaining code talkers alive today. He's still alive. Shout out to Good to see you. I shout out to you every time. I'm very proud of that fact, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted, yo. Like, I mean, like, I know, like she was saying, like, know the history. I know the history of America. It hasn't been good to us. But don't get it twisted, yo. I'm very patriotic. You know what I'm saying? I won't storm the Capitol, but I will stand for the pledge. You know what I'm saying? I got to, bro. My skin's red, my eyes are white, my balls are blue. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I got it. I'm such a fucking idiot, dude. This is how patriotic I am. I went to a strip club not too long ago. I went to TD's nightclub. Yeah, come on, y'all, degenerates. Hell yeah, we're there. I went to see a midget stripper. I know that's not what you're supposed to call them. It's not PC. That's what I would never call. Just know I would never call a girl a stripper unless she said it was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, her name was Sassy Cassie. She was 2 feet 10 inches tall. She was that tall, dude. And like, we were driving, and it, you know, driving I-20, and it said world's smallest entertainer. And you're like, I gotta look at it, you know? So we pulled into this club. I paid my cover. I sat stage out. I was ready to go. I was so excited. And then System of a Down's Toxicity came over the PA system. If you know anything about that song, it's not a sexy song. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of an aggressive song, dude. Dude, she came out from behind the curtain doing like a handstand walk. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I got scared immediately. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch those Chucky movies as a kid, bro. Fuck me up. But you can't scream in a club. You know, I wanted to, but I couldn't. You gotta, as a man, you gotta internalize it. You know what I'm saying? But she was so good at her job. I'm telling you, dude. She fucking threw her cake back for a real one. Well, cupcakes. You know what I'm saying? It was mini, but I'll take a nibble. Bro, she came over to me. She's like, "What's up, big fella? You want a lap dance?" And I said, I just got back from the Olympic Road, but thank you. And she was like, what are you, a comedian or something? And I said, She was so good, at one point, I swear to God, she climbed up to the top of the pole and hung off like a flag, dude. And again, my patriotic side came out and I stood up, bro. I was ready to storm the Capitol, dog. Where's my buffalo skin? It was crazy. She was so good at her job, dude. She had, like, by the time, I'm not joking, by the time her set was done, she had a stack of money the size of her. Craziest thing I ever saw. Came out to $27, but still, you gotta high five that shit, you know what I'm saying? Just laugh at this shit, you know? I'm having fun. Fuck yeah, dude. I like Santa Fe. Santa Fe is an interesting place. I tell people, because like I travel for comedy. I do comedy all over the country, and people are tripped out to find out like there's still Native Americans alive, you know? They always come up to you, dude. They come up to you like Chris Pratt, like comes up to a Velociraptor. They're like, "You're Native American," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude." And they're like, "Wow. I don't know if you know this, but I'm 1/1000 Cherokee, so." And I was like, what are you running for Congress or something? What are you doing? What's going on? Trying to go to college? What's happening, huh? But Santa Fe's a trip, man, because I tell people, like, they're like, what do natives look like? I'm like, you gotta go to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and look at the white people. It's crazy, for real. Every time I go downtown Santa Fe, the square, bro, there's always white folks decked out in turquoise, dude. This lady came up to me, no joke, she came up to me, she's like, oh, look! And I was like, what? And she's like, moccasins. I've never worn moccasins a day in my life. I was like, what the fuck is going on, lady? Y'all are something else, man, you know what I'm saying?
So how dare you for not laughing at that first racist joke?
Y'all love skiing here, huh? That was fucking wild, dude. I told my friends I was ready to leave, bro. That's the most Santa Fe shit, homie. It was like, who loves skiing? I was like, whoa! Got scared, bro. I was like, dude, their fucking war car is better than ours. Shit, man. I love it, dude. I love traveling for comedy, man. You go to weird places, though. You get put in weird situations sometimes. I went to Gillette, Wyoming, and it's a weird town. Their motto for the city is "Gillette me go." I'm not, you know. And like I did the show. After the show, this dude came up to me, super cool guy. Just, you know, again, one of those who've never really met a native person. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Man, for an Indian, you really make me laugh, brother." I'm not in a position to correct y'all, bro. But his wife, like, I saw his wife, and he had a big old cowboy hat. I was like, man, how did you enjoy the show? And I bent to look at her, you know? To look at her, and she had a giant black eye. Yeah, fucked up, right? And like, I don't know what it is, but like inherently, like my native superpower is to sense when white women are in trouble, for real. Bookmark, I'll give you an example. You're like, how do you know, Josh? How do you know what? Bookmark, I was downtown Denver, right? I was walking downtown Denver, and again, remember when, yeah, Denver, there's a lot of, I think that's where y'all are made, actually, you know, so. Straight from the source, you know? But I was downtown Denver, and I don't know what the fuck it was, but like you know that scene of Pocahontas where the wind flares and she starts singing? That's what happened to me. I was walking, I was like, and fucking leaves and feathers, and I was like, what the fuck? And I saw this lady by her car, and she looked just so like perplexed. And I'm like, oh, I recognize that look. I walked up, I was like, excuse me, ma'am, do you need help? And she was like, the police are on their way. I forgot I look like I do, you know what I'm saying? Like, ma'am, do you need help? You know? She probably looked at me like I looked at that midget stripper, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she wanted to scream, but she couldn't, you know? I was like, no, ma'am, I'm not here to rob you. You locked your keys in your car? And she's like, yeah, I did. I was like, I can help you. She's like, are you a locksmith? And I was like, no, I'm just from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Like, I can get in your car if you want me to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, not all heroes wear capes. But again, I can sense this shit. I was walking through the audience. I sensed a couple of times. I was like, oh shit, there's a lot of trouble in here, dude. It's all right. I'll find you. But again, this lady, black eye, bro, crazy. And in my head, I was like, man, like, did you enjoy the show? And I looked at her like, are you okay? And he did that thing, like he's like, she's fine, she enjoyed the show. Like I was like, no, fuck you, man, dude, ma'am, are you good? Like what's good? Like on a scale of like 1 to 9.11, how did you enjoy the show? Give me a sign, like blink with your good eye if you need help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I expected to do. There's not much I can do, but in my head, I wanted to reach out and be like, man, I can save you. And in my head, like I just gave her that vibe, but she didn't come. She just, whatever, dude. Stockholm syndrome, I guess, you know, like just. But I thought about it because I was like, what if she did come? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I was like, man, I went to Holiday Inn 214. Come see me. We'll leave tonight. Right? And then fast forward later in my room, I'm fucking just laid in my room, dude, abbed up, you know what I'm saying? I'm greased up, laying in my bed, watching MASH or something. This is my fantasy, let me live, all right? This lady looked at me like, I know, all right? You know what I'm saying? You think it's hard maintaining this D-average body, look. But I thought about this on the drive over here, for real. I was driving up from Albuquerque, like, this is so crazy, I could have saved her. And it's just me in the room, abbed up, and saying, watching MASH, whatever, and then I just get a knock at the door. I go over to the door, right? And I look through that little peephole, and there's just a black eye staring at me like Jurassic Park, just. And I open up the door and I fling it open, and she's standing there. I was like, man, what's up? And she has like a stick and a bandana. She's like, I want to go. And I'm like, let's go, right? Again, no shirt, abbed up, I look good. I look like Fabio in those old novels, you know? And I take her by the hand and I go down, we go down to the parking lot. My horse is tied up right there, dude. And I jump on that bitch like Jackie Chan. I'm shaking my hands, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on! And I throw her on the back of my horse and we fucking ride, dude. All the way from Wyoming back to my reservation, you know what I'm saying? Like, ride non-stop, dude. Just, you know what I'm saying? Riding non-stop, you know what I'm saying? And as if I start falling asleep at the wheel, she grabs my chi-chis. It's crazy, bro. I'm into king shit. Don't look at me like that, man. And we're riding. And we get back to where my grandmother stays, and she sees me coming, and my grandmother comes and she greets us halfway. And I hop off my horse and I walk over. And my grandmother says, grandson, you've returned. How did you fare on the outside world? I said, I fared well, grandmother. She said, you brought company? I was like, oh yes, I'm sorry. This is Kimberly. She's a rescue. Let her sniff your hand, Nana. I saved her from an abusive home. Don't be weird. You know what I'm saying? Like. And if you know anything about history between natives and whites, that's like reverse. You know what I'm saying? That's like. It's like a black dude adopting a white baby. It's crazy, bro. Like, we're winning. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. I told that joke to my grandmother, and she loved that joke. You know what I'm saying? That was one of her favorite bits, because she had a great sense of humor. My grandmother recently passed away, and yeah, it's fucked up. And if y'all don't know anything about Navajo culture, we're a matriarchal society, which means like females run shit. And I'm not doing that for snaps, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to educate y'all. And my grandmother was the head of that, you know what I'm saying? So like when she passed, it fucked us up. And we wanted to do something nice for my grandmother, you know, because she loved, you know, she had a great sense of humor. And we cremated her. And as a family, we all had a decision like where should we spread our ashes at our homes, right? And as a family, we decided we should spread my grandma's ashes someplace that was sacred to her, someplace that meant a lot, someplace that was very near and dear to her heart, you know? So we took her to San Diego Casino, you know? You ever walk around the casino floor with a pocket full of Nana, just blessing machines as you walk by, dude? I was like some weird Johnny Appleseed, bro. That was her favorite machine. I give a little bit of extra love to the Buffalo machine, you know what I'm saying? I I was so pissed at those fucking COVID glass things, bro, because she was a gambler, dog. She was a pie gow player, dog. I wanted to go and just, all the nana on the table. My nana was big, and I had a lot of her, and like after like 15 minutes, you get bored. I found that stack of ashtrays they have at the casino. I was like, this will do, dude. She's fine. She'll love that shit. It's fine. It's what she would have wanted. Like I said, bro, I shouted out my grandpa and my grandma. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So stupid, bro. Like I said, bro, it's weird. Like, I don't know, I'm in a new relationship. That's exciting. You know what I'm saying? Fuck yeah. I be getting it too. Here's the thing though, my new girlfriend, like, she nasty. She's a freak, like a real freak. Cause like, no, like, look, I thought I was a freak. Like my level of freak, my level of freak is like, yeah, bitch. Like that. Ooh, you're dirty, huh? My level of freak is to like tug the back of your hair, just not hard, just enough to make that throat noise. That noise that you know? Yeah, bitch. Like that. My girl is another level of freakiness, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, it's amateur shit. Bookmark that shit. I was in it. My girlfriend before her used to beat me. She was an MMA fighter, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, my ex-girlfriend wouldn't even let me cuddle her from behind. I could never be Big Spoon. She thought I was trying to choke her. It's crazy. It's like Albuquerque got a lot of great fighters, a lot of great championship MMA fighters, like Holly Holm, the preacher's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Michelle Watterson, the karate hottie, right? Or my ex-girlfriend, Leticia Douglas, aka Four Locos. Like, she was a fighter, dude. She used to get self-conscious of me. Like, that's how she introduced me. She's like, this is my partner. I was like my sparring partner. I'm like, what? She used to hit me. I didn't like that shit. She got insecure every time I go do shows out of state. You know, I'm gonna do shows to my friends in Santa Fe. She's like, you don't have no fucking friends in Santa Fe. She wants me like, tell me what the fuck you want, bitch. And I'm doing her character perfectly because she's Hispanic from the Sound Valley, bro. Like, she's like 408, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's a real Mexican, a real Mexican girl. You know what I'm saying? Hot cheetah fingers and hairy arms. That shit's real, you know what I'm saying? For once in your fucking life, just be honest with me, fool. You think you can't lie to me. I know you're going to see somebody. You don't have no fucking friends in that. Just for once in your life, I wish you would just fucking be honest with me. I wish for once you would just be honest with me. You don't even respect me enough to be honest with me. You're such a piece of shit. Fuck you. This is how I knew she was dangerous, dude. Cause she's Mexican and she never wants to threaten to get her cousins on me. Cause she fought herself, dude. She's like, what you mean? You know, I stood up to my bully. I said, look, lady, all right, I'm gonna go do what the fuck I'm gonna do, all right? I'm gonna go tell jokes. And like when I stood up to my bully, bro, like she got crazy. She's like, what? And wow, dude, you ever been leg kicked so hard? Leg kicked so hard in your leg you lose your hair for like 10 seconds, dude. She just wow, just I couldn't hear shit for 10 seconds, dude. For us. I went like this, like but in her eyes, I think she thought I was trying to fight her, so she got in her fight stance too, you know what I'm saying? But then she started throwing up her hood. But again, I'm a fucking idiot. I can't hear. I thought she was talking shit in sign language, dude. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's crazy. Fuck you. My girl's crazy. Here's the thing, I'm not a fighter, but I am a runner. I'll run fast as shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll put on a skin and skin walk right the fuck out of this relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I went to run, but again, my leg, it hurt. I fell. But I felt like a fat person, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I fell, hit my head on the table. I wasn't even worried about the head injury. I was more worried about my belly coming out of my shirt, you know what I'm saying? This makes no sense because she's made love to me. She's seen my sin body, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want her to see my stretch marks on Tuesday at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. The Lord's awake, you know what I'm saying? Guys get no love for the stretch marks. Girls is like, you got your tiger stripes. And guys like, you can't put the fucking fork down, fatty. Sorry, she's crazy. So I dipped her, I got in a new relationship. My new girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? She's like, hit me. I'm like, what? And I was like, how's that? You know what I'm saying? You know how your grandpa used to be like, yeah, good sport, champ, you know, on your shoulder? I was like, yeah, you like that bitch? She's like, fucking hit me. I'm like, God damn, dude. This is how kinky my girlfriend is. She's a real kid. Like, she pulled out rope. She's like, do you know what to do with this? And I was like, yeah, I do. I come from a rodeo family. I took that rope and I was like, yeah, I know what to do with this. And I started going like this, and I was like, run. And she's like, what? I was like, run. And she's like, huh? And I fucking roped her ass, dude. You know what I'm saying? Oh, tied her ass up. What's up? Time. Give me what? Hell yeah, dude. I'm learning. I told you, I'm an idiot, you know? This is how much of an idiot I am. I accidentally joined a hate group. For real, I was going through my emails one day, just perusing, just cleaning it out, you know, some spring cleaning on the emails. And I got this email, I clicked on it, and it popped up big. It was great, it impressed me, dude. You know, they clip art something, you know? And the email opened up, and it's like, pop, and it just said, you want to take this country back? And as a native, that spoke to me, you know what I'm saying? I kind of do, a little bit, what? Let me learn more, let me find out more, you know? It's crazy, they meet in Los Lunas, dude. Los Lunas to Mexico, that's where they meet. I showed up all happy-dory, I was like, hell yeah, this is gonna be like a powwow or something, right? This fucking dude in camo was like, whoa, Jose, where you going? What's going on? So I'm here for the meeting? And he's like, you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm not Mexican, bro, I'm native. He's like, oh, thank God, okay, cool. Cool. He was wearing turquoise, it was weird, dude, I don't know. And he's like, I'm glad you're here. Our last Indian got arrested at the Capitol, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. They're really good people, honestly, they're nice. It's easier to get into the Klan than it is to get into college. I'm like their mascot or whatever. It's cool, whatever. They're surprisingly Redskins fans. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna stop there. It's a damn shame what they did to your football team. I was like, what, dude? I'm a Browns fan. What? Out here, bro. But you gotta laugh at that shit, man. You gotta laugh at it, because otherwise it'll bog you down. Look, you can get offended at easy shit. I try not to, but like, look, we'll do an exercise right now. I'll ask this room, no wrong answers. I'm not gonna cancel you. There's no wrong answers. Your job's on the line. If you could, because I love sappy shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, all my brothers are murderers. All three of my brothers are in prison for murder. I'm the only one who watches Disney movies, you know what I'm saying? If y'all could look and guess at me and just throw one out, what's my favorite Disney Pixar movie? Go. Shit, there it was, you motherfucker. There it was. Somebody said Pocahontas, you goddamn son of a bitch. Who said that? I can't like Beauty and the Beast, huh? I might have a foot fetish. What if I like Cinderella? You know what I'm saying? You know. No, my favorite Disney Pixar movie is actually Up. I love that movie. Right? That's a beautiful movie. Makes you feel so good. It makes me feel so nice and warm inside watching a white dude get relocated from his home. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just makes me feel, Disney really does save everybody, right? Fuck yeah, I know I'd get you. She was about to cancel me as soon as I walked out there. She's like, I don't know about this guy, bro. I'm glad to be back in Santa Fe. The last time I was in Santa Fe, though, is a weird story. Like I said, I love music. I love all kinds of music, like heavy metal, hip hop, country. I love all that shit. But my favorite artist, my hands down favorite artist, is John Mayer. I love John Mayer. Fuck yes, dude. That's my least favorite song. But no, that's how crazy. Like, John Mayer came to Santa Fe, and I went to look for him. Don't look at me like that. You guys are looking at me like, ew, Josh, that's creepy, that's stalker and shit. Fucking, were you a stalker? Maybe. You guys call that stalking, I'm Native American, I call that tracking, son, you know what I'm saying? I was tracking my ex-girlfriend on the internet. Y'all can say that. Just be like a native shaman told me I could track my girlfriend on Instagram with fake profiles. I love it, dude. I love ignorance of people. I went to an EDM show not too long ago and almost got in a fight with this chick there because she was wearing a headdress. I was like, what, dude? I clenched my fist, my Albuquerque came out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And not even on some like misogynistic shit, it's just cause like the headdress is like an enemy tribe of the Navajo, and I was just like, that sounds like some Bloods and Crips shit, you know? But I do like going to those weird festivals cause like I sell merch there. I'll sell you an Indian name for $20. I'll sell bundles of sage for $87, and I'll pay for it too. For an extra 20, I'll bless you right here and now. What's up, you know? Give me an Indian name. Dude, Abdullah. That means your name's bullshit in Navajo, for real. My name's Dolabachan. They, them, Dolabachan. Like, what the fuck, dude? Those girls are cool, but like I said, I like racist girls. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I really do. My girl's not racist, but I did hook up with this racist chick one time. She was in Farmington, New Mexico. She didn't come out and say she was racist at the top, you know what I'm saying? It came out later. She let me know subtly after a show. She's like, you're really funny for an Indian. I was like, yeah. And that's how I can tell the age generally of where a girl is, because like I've had girls come up to me and be like, at the casino, they're like, you look like the guy from Indian in the Cupboard. A little older, okay. But this girl came up to me and she's like, you remind me of Jacob from Twilight. And I was like, oh, okay. Alright. And then like she's like, I'm gonna buy you a drink. And here's the thing, I don't drink. Native who doesn't drink crazy, right? But she like, I'll buy you a shot. I'm a gentleman, I'm not a piece of shit. I took her shot, she took 5. I was like, whoa girl, you just slow down your drinking. And that's fucked up when a native tells you you need to slow down your drinking. You might have a problem, you know what I'm saying? Like, pump the brakes there, Caroline. She started getting crazy. She's like, you're so funny. Fucking hitting me. I don't like that shit. You've heard of my ex. It's a bad day, dude. If anything happens to this girl, I'm responsible, right? I gotta get the fuck out of here. This is a bad day. I try to bail, dude. I did that thing, ladies. You know, you've all been on bad dates. What do y'all do? You grab your purse, like, I'm gonna go pee and I'll be right back. You just fucking leave. That's what I did. I grabbed my purse. I'll be like, I'll be back. She fucking, she saw through that, dude. She grabbed me by my shirt. She fucking pulled me close. She said something I'll never forget. She got right in my face and she said, I was like, what, dude? And I was like, yo, what did she put in this shot, Bill Cosby? What the fuck? Am I hearing shit? She drugged me? What the fuck is going on, dude? And then she said it clearly. She said, I wanna fuck you so good, Pocahontas. Hold on, what the fuck did you say, Joanne Smith? Huh? Wait, what? Pocahontas? She could have said anything. She could have said Geronimo, City Boy. She could have said Coco. That dude's from Pocahontas. No, she went straight Pocahontas. Like, she basically called me a bitch in Disney form. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, wow, what did you say? And again, in that moment, you have a decision. How do you beat racism? With violence? You don't think I wanted to burn a Target at that moment, huh? I did. You can't, you know what I'm saying? But on the internet, they say, you punch a racist in the face. I'll punch a racist in the face. All right, well, she's got blue eyes, blonde hair, Daisy Dukes. She's hot as fuck. You can't just fucking let her have one, you know what I'm saying? Like, Facebook told me to. You don't beat hate with violence. You beat it with love. bet your ass I made love to that girl that night, dude. I was like, yeah? You're crazy, huh? And she's like, yeah. She went like this. She's like, yeah, I'm crazy. But when she did that, she had a rebel flag belt buckle, a Confederate flag belt buckle. I was like, whoa, dude. But I'm not backing down, you know? She got in my ear. She's like, show me your totem pole, chief. Ew. I don't got a totem pole, but I mean, if you got a player's card at a casino, I got a tomahawk steak. What's up? 25% off. What's up, bro? And then she's like, yeah? What do you want me to do to you? And I said, fuck. Never had anyone ask me that before. Got it. I know what you want you to do. I know what I want you to do. I want you to sit on my face. But Indian style, you know what I'm saying? Crisscross applesauce. That's what I want from you, alright? I want you to bounce off my face and make it sound like I'm at a war party. Just, that's what I want from you, girl. And she's like, let's get out of here. And I said, let's go. But you drive because I'm a little tipsy. That's the most New Mexico thing ever, bro. She drove home faded and shit. She's like, I know these roads. She sounded like an Indian from a racist movie. She's like, I know these lands. I know which way to go. Bro, we got to her place, dude, and like immediately, I don't know what the fuck came over me. I turned like mad ignorant. Like I walked to her room and I was like, I kicked the door open, dude. I was like, yeah. I just turned into like, I started stealing shit. I started discovering stuff, you know what I'm saying? She had a coin jar on her dresser, maybe $5, and I colonized that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, she had a pair of Vans on the floor. I took the shoestrings off of one side. I'm not a monster. Smart now, dude. I was so busy stealing shit, I didn't realize, like, it tripped me out. I was by her bed. I was like, what else you got in here? This is crazy. I looked up, dude. She, on her wall above her bed, dude, she had 22 dream catchers on her wall. She came back from the bathroom. She's like, what's up? I was like, no. How bad are your fucking dreams, girl? Like, what the fuck? Does Freddy Krueger live here? What the fuck do you need all this for? What the fuck? She's like, don't worry about it. She started fucking kissing me, dude. Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna be real, dude. I've been talking with y'all for a minute. I feel like we got to know each other. We've grown close. We're basic. I can let you into my world. I'm gonna let y'all be real. I am bad at sex. I don't give a fuck. Watch it. You look like you go fuck, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look like you're a good fucking fucker, dude. You know what I'm saying? Is that your girlfriend or what? No? Shit. It should be. So you're single or what? You're not single? Ooh, secret lover? Again, remember when I said white woman in danger? I think I found her, dude. No, but every guy that you fuck good or what? Every guy does act like, I fucking put it down, you know what I'm saying? I do my thing, bro. You look innocent. You look like you stuff a girl in the corner of a couch like a gum wrapper at your mom's house, just deep in the corner of the couch. I envy you, bro. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. It's science. It's genetics. All right. The reason why like dudes fuck good is because all your fuck power comes from your ass. All right. Your glutes. That's where your fuck power comes from. Fun fact about Native Americans: we're notorious for having no butts. All right. Like, it's just this stage has more curves on my backside. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. So I gotta get inventive with it. I gotta get creative. I gotta do cute shit. I gotta fucking, you know what I'm saying, sing songs in my ear. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Crazy shit. I start fucking sing me a song of your people. And I was like, oh, fuck. Come and get your love. I don't know, dude. What you want me to do? And I started being fucking adorable, you know what I'm saying? I started fucking telling stories on her body, dude. I played bingo on her body, bro. No dabber, just mouth hickeys, you know what I'm saying? Fucking bingo, son. Nipple or belly button, that's my move. And I got down to her fucking pants, dude, and I forgot where they were, that rebel flag. I spit on it, I'm not gonna lie to you, fucking close your eyes. I threw that shit out of there. She's a millennial, she thought I was gonna kick you. She's like, yeah, spit on me some more. I'm like, But again, dude, I start undoing her pants, you know what I'm saying? These Daisy Dukes, son. Pull down that zipper and I fucking pull no panties like an animal, dude. That bitch was nasty. I pulled down her pants, bro, and there it was, son. The biggest bush I've ever seen in my life. Came out of nowhere, honestly, bro. Ever drive like a back road to see deer jump out? Like, Jesus! What I said in my head, dude, it's fuck, man, it's all inner thigh shit. Yeah. I saw that, dude, and like I saw you in the face, bro. Scared a little pussy hair or what, dog? It's boy shit. I saw that thigh hair everywhere, bro. It looked like I fucking turned into my inner native came out, son. I turned into a warrior. I stared it down, dude. I ain't gonna lie. Hook on, hey, it's a good day to die. What's up? I said the only thing I could say, son. That's from Tatanka. Yeah, dude. Here's the thing. I'm bad at fucking, but I'll eat some pussy for real. You know what I'm saying? And even more so because this is a racist, white, blonde chick with blue eyes, dude. I'm not eating this pussy for me. I'm eating this pussy for all my relatives, my ancestors. I'm eating this pussy for my family. My grandpa doesn't have running water or electricity right now, dude. I'm doing this shit for him, all right? I'm carrying the weight of my people. I look at ancestors! I took her fucking thigh, dude. I threw that shit out. I was like, I'm in there, son. You know what I'm saying? I was just gonna fight back with it, dude. In my head, it looked like Leonardo DiCaprio fighting a bear, bro. I was in there, son. I was fucking... I was getting ravaged, but I fought back, you know what I'm saying? Shit, dude, it was good. It was a movie, dude. That's what I make movies. I make cinematic masterpieces on your body. I got bored halfway through. Whatever, dude. Finally, she's like, oh my God, I'm about to come. What are you doing? I love that. And I said, I'm not doing anything. I'm just braiding your hair. What's up? Strong indigenous braids, dude. And she's like, what are those feathers in a dream catcher? I was like, no, just a Navajo rug. Just weaving. And that's what I call fair trade. Anyway, my name's Josh Fornier. Thank you guys so much. Stand up next to holy shit, totally. Thank you guys so much. Give it up for all the comics you saw tonight. Give it up for the bartenders, you've been amazing. Shout out to Wayward Comedy. Thank you so much for letting me come and do this for y'all. Y'all were amazing. Follow me on Instagram, Savage1 on Instagram. You guys are amazing. I love you, Santa. Thank y'all so much.
All right, guys. Let me get all my comics to come out actually really quick. I want to give them one last ovation before we come out. You guys enjoy that shit? That shit was dope, right? It's fucking great, right? Thank you all for coming out. This has been a great night. Where are my comics at? Come on out here. Really quick. Go ahead. Give it up for Galpert, Esther Coker, Nick Pelton, Isabel Madley, Felix, and of course, Josh Fornier, everybody. Give it up. Like I said, guys, thank you all for coming out. Everyone, oh, that's sweet. Thank you all for coming out. We will have another show April 9th right here at Tumbleroot. You can also always see a bunch of us at the Wayward Comedy at Chili Line on Wednesdays. And don't forget to tip. You can tip the comics here if you guys were really happy with everything that happened here. By all means, it's in the back. Give us some money. We don't get paid a lot. All right, that's it. And tip your bartender. But that's it, guys. Thank you all for coming out to Tumbleroot. We'll see you on the next one.
get a picture. Also, I have a hooker fund for my birthday. So I have a big jar. I'm gonna be carrying around. If you want to give me some money. I need to get laid. I haven't got laid since like H1N1. You know, fuck it.
Have a great night.